Zora Neale Hurston was a writer, anthropologist, and cultural icon whose work embodied the spirit of Harlem Renaissance. Her novels, plays, and other literatures reflect African American identity and folklore. Today, I'll guide you through her life, her most important works, and her impact on literature. Hurston was born on January 7, 1891 in Alabama, but she grew up on Eatonville, Florida, one of the first governing black towns in America. This environment shaped her strong sense of independence and cultural pride. In her autobiography, Dust Tracks on the Road, Hurston described how she grew like a gourd in this unique setting. According to Valerie Boyd, her upbringing gave her a foundation for the themes of identity and resilience found throughout her work. Hurston rose to prominence during the Harlem Renaissance, a movement that celebrated black art and culture. She became known for her anthropological fieldwork and storytelling, combining these skills in works like Mules and Men in 1937. Louise Brown explains that Hurston's focus on folklore was groundbreaking. It preserved African American oral traditions at a time when they were undervalued by mainstream society led by whites. Perhaps her most famous work, Their Eyes Were Watching God in 1937, tells the story of Jane Crawford's journey through self-realization. Written in just 7 weeks during her fieldwork in Haiti, the novel reflects Hurston's deep interest in African American vernacular and cultural heritage. Henry Louis Gates Jr. highlights how Hurston's use of dialect transformed oral storytelling into a sophisticated literary device. Yet, not all critics appreciate it. Figures like Richard Wright accuse her of portraying black life as quaint, stereotypical, though later scholars did recognize the novel's importance and its celebration of black identity and independence. But Hurston was not a novelist. She was also a scholar. She conducted extensive anthropological research across the southern United States and the Caribbean, documenting stories, songs, traditions, and works like Tell My Horse. Her dual role as both artist and anthropologist gave her a unique literary perspective. This mixture of scholarship and art is one reason why Hurston is now considered a trailblazer in African American literature. Hurston's relationship with other Harlem Renaissance figures were both collaborative and complicated. She worked closely with Langdon Hughes but also clashed with him over creative control. Despite this tension, Hurston's connection to other artists, as described by Carla Kaplan, shaped her understanding of black art and culture. These relationships reinforced her commitment to storytelling rooted in community and tradition. Yet, Hurston also faced significant challenges throughout her career. Her rejection of overt political messaging in her work distanced her from both white and black audiences at the time. For example, critics like Ralph Thompson saw her work on folklore as lacking political engagement. However, her themes of self-reliance and empowerment have since inspired writers like Alice Walker and Toni Morrison. Walker even helped revive interest in Hurston's work during the 1970s by finding her grave in the southern United States. Hurston's legacy lies on her ability to capture the complexity of black life, its struggles, its triumphs, and its stories. Her work reminds us that art and culture are a powerful way to assert identity and heritage. As she once said, "I have been in sorrow's kitchen, licked out all the pots." Thanks for listening, and I hope you gained a new appreciation for Zora Neale Hurston's contribution to American literature. Thank you.